Comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money,
Dollar, dollar.
Hello and welcome to Money on the Floor. I'm here to help you pick it up. Talking about arbitraging.company. Talking about the new Apex that's gone live that's making money or losing money if you don't know how to trade it. So you got to be careful. We're talking about crazy wins, crazy losses. If you use that 50 to 1, you'll have some big wins, but you'll have some big losses. So be careful with that. I definitely recommend the 20 to 1 running a stop loss. Maybe a 0.2%, which is only like 10,000 to 11,000. Doesn't mean that's the amount of money. It's just the trading size. But I see I was able to make $10 to $20,000 or 10 to 20,000 Apex on this site very easily throughout the day. So let's say you only do 5,000. That would be good. 5,000 would be like $100. That's great. $100 per day at only 2 cents. What happens if the coin goes up? Make more money. Problem is we need liquidity, but that will come. Liquidity, it's a hard word to say, liquidity. Liquidity will come because people love to trade. I love to trade, and I like trading Apex. That's an honest statement. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's easy. It trades 7 days a week. There's any time to trade. Now, you don't need to have a big trading day because sometimes those big moves will wipe you out. So actually, during the slow times, really a good time to trade it. But you got to use that stop loss because if all of a sudden we get some big move and you're trading 50 to 1 and you get a 10,000 stop out, a big one, it's like, those big losses are hard to come back from. And I had some big ones. I was trading that 50 to 1. I was like, I could take that 100,000 stop out and took it and I was able to come back. But then I was trading the boost and messed around some more and I took some real big losses and it took me all day to get the money back. So it is possible, but why go there? Just do the 20 to 1, do the 0.2%, and then have a good system, which is very important to have, is having a good system to get you in and out and knowing what to do all the time. Does it mean you make money? No, there might be losing days. It does happen. You get 3 losses in a row, you should stop. It's not good to continue on. But let me show you my system. I know we looked at it earlier. We just had a trade. We won. And it just kept giving. Look at this thing just took off. It's crazy. But we're waiting for it to turn around. It hasn't turned around yet. Or it could continue on. So, I mean, if this thing goes up and touches, goodbye. This thing goes up and touches the moving average like it's going to do right now, and then continue back red again, then we have that same trade again, which is what we had over here. Remember, it was going sideways and all this thing. We had a green one here, then we went red, so we got back in, and it just went sideways forever, then it dropped. We got out right in here, but you wouldn't normally get out till you got way down to here, or until it crosses the moving average. Actually, that's true. You wouldn't really get out till it crosses the moving average. The reason why is, let me make this smaller, because if you would have got in here on the next candle, you would have sold here, you would have stayed in, it's all the way down here. Now you can do long term and short term. You can do one trade on this one here. When this crossed, you're still in it. You're not going to get out of this trade till it crosses. And then you could do scalping trades over here. So this would be a longer term. This would be a shorter term. You can do one trade or you can do both trades. Now the other thing you can do is do even longer. Why does that have to be 5? Why not 15-minute chart? That's a good question. Have this one 15, so you're doing your medium term trades, maybe 1-2 hours. And then you're scalping over here on this side, so you're not getting bored. Now, Apex will only let you trade in the same direction. I think on the demo account, it'll let you hedge, but there is no hedging. It's all the same direction, which is good. It keeps you out of trouble. The idea is if this was a 15-minute chart and you had a sell trade going on, you have this one trade, and then you see you went side, let's say you were going down, you went up, and you came back in, you could resell again, so you get another scalping, you get extra money while you're trading. And that'll help you come back from losses. That's what you want. And that's the best way to do it. At least for me it is. We're all different. Don't get me wrong. All I can do is tell you what works for me. And if it works for me, it'll probably work for you. But as you trade, you will find what works best for you, and that's what you have to stick to. And there's a lot of other systems out there. This is just the simplest, easiest system. And the reason why is because it's a trending system, and it tells you for sure when to get in and for sure when to get out. And that you can't beat because you got a break above right here. The next candle you buy, you bought that, you traded all the way up. Now maybe you hit your profit target, maybe you didn't, and you came down here and you got out. You still made money over here. Same thing over here. So I mean that's how it works. So you can do long term, short term, you can scalp, you can do it all. That's what this little system does. You don't need to go buy some big fancy system. Do I have a more complicated system? Sure, I have that. And I run that on MT4 for my currency trade. And do I use those signals also to trade? Yes, I do. Because I got an overseas account that I think is through Pax Forex, and they have Bitcoin, Litecoin, and ETH. And I can run my signals off of that. And that's very helpful. But you don't need that. You got this little gem right here, which will make you money. And that's what you need to know. It doesn't need to be all that complicated. You can have it all right here. You can get fancier. You don't have to get fancier. This is about as simple as it comes. And you can just sit and relax and enjoy in your own chair, make money at home. You don't have to go have a job. You don't have to be just over broke. Unless you got a real good job, then keep it. Do this in the evening. Why give up a good job? But if you don't have a real good job, why have a bad job? Why have a bad job when you can make money here at home? Or keep the job until you prove to yourself you can trade. That's the best thing to do. That's what you should do. You got a job, you keep it, you use that money to trade, it's a little extra money. Remember, you can lose. When you're learning, you're going to lose. I would say 95% of all traders lose. The reason why, they stay in the trades too long. They don't have a good system. They don't stick to the rules. There's many reasons. So, see right now it's going up, and you can't, say if you have a sell trade going on, you couldn't take that buy trade. But at least it's telling you that it's going up short term. Doesn't mean long term it's going to go up. And these are just, that's a 5-minute chart and a 1-minute chart. They're not that far apart. So, and if this goes red again and drops down below, we're definitely going to take that trade. But who knows? And the only way I can take the buy trade is if this one here goes above too, because right now it's a sell, and I wouldn't take a buy and a sell against each other. It's not worth it. Too complicated. You don't want complications. You want to keep it easy. Keep it simple. So these are Heikin-Ashi candles, and this is a 10 moving average. You break above, the next candle you buy. You break below, you sell. That's all. And you can use this one over here to tell you the direction. See, now we got a buy candle. You could actually buy that now because we got a buy candle here. It doesn't have to go above the moving average. We already got a buy. Let's go. Let's go for it. Oh, I got to select something. Oh, I didn't put no money value. Silly me. Come on. Don't miss the trade. Now, this could all turn around in an instant. So you got to be ready to close the close button. If that one here turns red, we got to get out. Or if the 1 minute crosses below 2, the moving average, you get out. Those are the two reasons. And if you have any questions about this system or need any other advice about it, just leave me a message. I'll gladly give you everything I know. I'm here to teach. That's what I do. I teach currency trading, and Bitcoin is a currency, and that's what I've gotten into now too. And I like this Apex. I love it. I think it's going to be a great asset for me. It's going to make me that extra money that I need so I can go get my new truck. Or maybe just take on the payment. If I can make an extra $1,000 a month with this, I can afford a $1,000 payment. Or a $1,200 payment would probably be. I think it's pretty expensive. Coin don't have to go up to $10 and make that kind of money. I can do that right now with 2 cents, as long as we got liquidity. But when we got liquidity, the price will go up. And that's a good thing. And once that price goes up, you don't have to make as much, or you just make more. I mean, if you don't have to make as much Apex coins to actually make a good profit. So that means you'd be able to make 1,000 Apex coins if it went up to 10 cents. And I think I'd have to calculate it all out, but let's just say, for instance, if it went up to 10 cents, and it's, it could easily go up to 10 cents, 1,000 coins, you're going to make good money. So let's say you're doing 2,000, 5,000, but you don't have to do all that. Well, it depends if you want to get $500 a day, $100 a day, because it depends what you're after. But it all is possible. That's what's awesome. And that's what's going to bring people. So we're up a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. 1 minute looks like it's going to turn around here pretty soon, but you never know. You don't get out until it crosses that line, or you get stopped out. Or you hit a profit target that you like. Or your video is almost over. That's another good reason to get out. That's usually my reason. Right now, anyway. But we'll see. See what happens. But the last one we did just took off. It was crazy. That was this little sideways move, the last video. And then we got out right here, but look at that thing dropped all the way down into here. Great trade. So we're getting a red candle on the 1 minute. That means nothing. Don't let that bother you. It has to cross below the moving average and close before you get out. Or this turns red, you get out. You do that, and all we're trying to do is keep our losses small. If you can keep your losses small, you're going to get big wins. They're just going to come. And at that point, you're done for the day. That's all. Or you go look for another trade if you're not done. It depends if you hit your 1,000 Apex or your 10,000 Apex or whatever it is you're after. But if you take a couple losses, it's best to quit. Now see we're crossed below. Almost ready to close. That one's turning red too, so now we're going to close it. So we're going to take a loss. That's how you take a loss. That's the best way to do it. Now if this one turns red and the next candle's below, you're going to take a sell trade. That's all. Let's see what happens. See if we can take a loss and get into another trade. Well, come on, candles, give us something. There we go. Red, red, red. Close below. Done. And I love it. Now we're set up for another video. Okay, guys. Anyway, stay Apex strong. We will talk to you later. I'll come back with another video to show you how this thing ended up. Okay, bye-bye.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.